Medina's not pressing, she's playing within the system, and sure, we want her to shoot more, but she's not forcing a thing. But stop, pause whatever you're doing, because what I'm about to tell you has just shaken the entire college basketball world to its core. South Carolina fans are stunned, rival fan bases are buzzing, and social media, it's an absolute wildfire right now, because Dawn Staley has finally broken her silence on why she suspended Maddy McDaniel. And trust me, the truth is nothing like what people have been screaming about online. Before we get into it, make sure you smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe, because this breakdown is everything the media refused to tell you. Everything that happened behind closed doors, and how this situation quietly exploded inside the Gamecocks program. This one is going to get intense. There was no blow-up, no shouting match, no viral moment. It all started with something Dawn Staley has preached for years. At South Carolina, we do things a certain way. That's not a slogan, that's the foundation, the non-negotiable standard of her entire program. And, in the weeks leading up to McDaniel's suspension, Dawn felt that standard slipping, not collapsing, not breaking, just shifting, just enough for a legendary coach to step in before a crack became a fracture. So when the media finally asked her what happened, she didn't hide. She didn't throw anyone under the bus. She simply said, sometimes players need a reminder of what the expectations are. We have a culture here. We hold everyone to it. No scandal, no drama, just the foundation. South Carolina was grinding through intense practices, preparing for teams that circled them on their calendars, preparing for teams that wanted to beat the champs. Inside the gym, players were battling for minutes, roles, identity, everything. Maddy McDaniel was competing the way she always does, hungry, aggressive, determined, but coaches began noticing something different, a shift in body language, moments of frustration, a couple of late rotations where her reaction wasn't focus. It was irritation. Nothing major. Nothing worth blowing up practice over, but enough for a veteran coach like Dawn to make a mental note. Because at South Carolina, effort is not enough. The standard demands effort, respect, professionalism, accountability, team-first mentality. If any one of those starts to slip, even a little, Dawn addresses it. Championships aren't lost in March, they're lost in January, when discipline cracks and no one fixes it. During film review, the staff looked at blown coverages. Dawn paused the tape, coaching communication and composure. Most players nodded, but when the tape showed a mistake from McDaniel, her reaction was small, but telling. A posture shift. A subtle look of frustration. Not anger, just annoyance. This wasn't, you messed up. It was, you're too important to let this slide. That's leadership, that's culture, that's the program. And McDaniel listened. After the suspension, McDaniel came back, different. Teammates noticed, she listened more, locked in defensively, communicated loudly, carried herself like a leader, fixed every detail Dawn pointed out. This wasn't punishment, this was transformation. Former players reached out, coaches praised her effort, the locker room felt the shift. By the time she stepped on the court again, everyone saw it. She wasn't just back, she was better, sharper, tougher, more focused. This is what Staley does. She doesn't discipline players to break them, she shapes them into champions. McDaniel's suspension wasn't about drama, attitude, losing control. It was about growth, discipline, standards, accountability, championship habits. Dawn Staley didn't suspend a player. She sent a message. This is South Carolina. We do things a certain way, and no one, no matter how talented, is above the standard. McDaniel got the message. She responded, she grew, and she walked back on the court with purpose. Her journey from this point forward will define her legacy, not just as a Gamecock, but as an athlete built for the spotlight, because true champions aren't made in victory, they're made in moments when they're tested publicly, and rise privately. And that's exactly what Maddy McDaniel just did.